just want to talk a bit about Game 1's draft and how I think Kuroky was actually so like one of the best drafter, and he's such a genius in this whole draft in Game 1. I think he came into this series against LGD totally figuring out the Magnus pick. He was so okay. So let's talk about when OG played against LGD. OG approached this series by first picking the Magnus and letting LGD play around it. But instead, and that didn't work out obviously. So instead, Liquid, what they do, they don't ban it, but they draft a strategy around it. And in this game one, it worked out perfectly fine. So with the first pick, they will definitely go for Earthshaker, which they will either get IO Coddle or Earthshaker, like 90 of 100 times. And so LGD naturally responds with the Magnus and Kuroky. Kuroky is Victoria's best hero, Magnus is 11's best hero. And so I'll fast forward this a bit because I want to make it for the Game 2's draft as well. And okay, right here, Liquid responds with Necrophos. Not only is Necrophos like Matumberman's, they usually pick it for him, but this is super clutch in this game as well. Because okay, when you play with a Magnus off lane, your cores are going to be a melee core that make use of Empower. That's like 50% of the reason why you pick Magnus. And so as a Necrophos, you're good against such heroes because of Ghost Shroud. So like whatever melee carry that LGD picks is gonna do well against it because of Ghost Shroud. Okay, so moving on. The Queen of Pain ban is mainly because like when you Ghost Shroud, you don't want to take the additional magical damage from a mid hero. So like Queen of Pain is super strong. Like imagine if you go on the Necrophos and then you Ghost Shroud and end up you get Sonic Wave or Scream of Pain and then you just die. But so they ban it away. LGD on the other hand, they ban Lone Druid and Broodmother, targeting towards Matumberman. And which is weird because I think that because Miracle also play the Necrophos, so yeah, I guess that's the reason why they still target Matumberman's hero. On the other hand, the second ban by Liquid is Throw a lot, another carry who makes very good use of Empower. And yeah, so moving on. LGD goes for Shadow Shaman, a very classic position 5 hero that they usually pair with the Kuroky. They usually use AA as well, but AA was banned in the first phase. So yeah, right here, the Liquid, they went for Lich. Similar to why Necrophos is good in this pick, Lich does the same thing. Magnus Empower means physical carry, physical damage carry. And Lich does well against physical carry because of Frost Armor. And like when you have Magnus, Kuroky, Shadow Shaman, they're all very they're either a melee hero or they like Shadow Shaman have to come close to the fight to cast his spells like Shackle or Hex. So Chain Frost is actually going to do a lot of stuff this game.
5 seconds remaining.
LGD go for Mirana for maybe, which is one of his few normal picks, I guess. And it gives magical damage burst against Necrophos, while at the same time being able to transit into physical or magical depending on how the game goes. And here, the Liquid, they go for Morphling. When you play against a hero like Magnus or like team fight heavy lineup, you want a hero that can create chaos, and Morphling is the best at doing that. He can go at the back lines, prevent a Magnus playing, instantly kill the Shadow Shaman or split push regardless. So the catch on LGD is only X marks the spot or blink on Shadow Shaman. And Morphling, well, is a natural Linken's carrier, so he's not afraid of either of this. And if you are going to commit an RP on him, if you don't have a Shadow Blade, the animation of RP, the Morphling has an instant replicate. He can replicate out and then he can just dodge the RP. So the Morphling pick is super good as well because he can split up the map and make LGD split and force LG to split up. Okay, so here Liquid banned the anti-mage, which is really good because anti-mage can fight Morphling in the late game, and you makes use of Empower, and they're planning to pick the Darkseer. Anti-mage fares decently well against the Darkseer. So the Daxia pick here is also very smart because LGD is left with a carry, a right click carry, and regardless of whichever right click carry they pick, Daxia is going to do decently well against it because of Iron Shell during the laning phase. And so LGD end up going for the PA, and what I want to say is they put Miracle on the Morphling in the mid lane, and they focus a lot of attention on him. They put a leech with him in the mid lane, so they just prioritize everything on him because this game is all about Miracle's Morphling. If he has a good start, he's there to carry the game. And then the Necrophos, they wanted to dodge the PA on the Daxia matchup, so they went aggressive. And this ended up giving the Necrophos a 1v1 against... I mean, Liquid ended up swapping the lanes, and they wanted the Necrophos to go against the Magnus because Necrophos is very self-sustainable. Even though Magnus get a good start, they totally shut down Maybe, and the PA, although he had a decent start at laning, but in the end it still didn't matter. I just want to say that Liquid really drafted extremely well in this game. And based on the reasons I said, they were so well prepared for this Magnus pick, and I would say they baited LGD into picking this Magnus. Okay, that's all for game 1. I think game 2's draft is underway now. I'll head over and move on to that. Okay, so here's game number 2. LGD vs Liquid. The Liquid having first pick again. They banned the Night Stalker A as the same as game 1. IO Counter by LGD, also same as game 1. And naturally, Liquid always go for the first pick of Shaker. And LGD decided that the Magnus pick has been figured out, and they don't want to go with the same strategy anymore. So they go for the Bat Rider Kunkka. Kunkka is still Victoria's best hero, and they are extremely comfortable with this hero. And instead of Magnus, they go for the Bat Rider, another form of initiation, but at the same time it doesn't force them to play a one-dimensional right-click carry, kind of restricting their draft. And yeah, and also Bat Rider is a very strong offlaner in this current meta. And he can... The main benefit of this Bat Rider against the Earthshaker position 4 is that he can just Firefly off a visual block. Liquid goes for Venomancer. It can still be a mid lane or the safe lane, but whichever it is, it's a very self-sustaining call that allows his supports to do their thing and probably can win most of their 1v1 matchup. If he's given a 1v1 matchup against Bat Rider, I think he does fairly well against Bat because of the natural harassment of Poison Sting and Black Wards. LGD went for Oracle.
LGD's turn.
I'm not sure the exact reason why LGD went for this pick. Okay, I wanna wait. Before I move on to talk about the Haska, I just want to talk about the Oracle first. I'm not sure why they pick up the Oracle here.
10 seconds.
There's nothing Liquid has that is extremely
5 seconds remaining.
that Oracle kind of counters, but I guess they just want a defensive support
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
that does well. Oh, because they want to pair with the DP, of course. Yeah, Oracle DP is very strong, the combo. And in response, Liquid went for the Haska. The Haska Dazzle combo, which they kind of do it once in a while. I think the LGD pick this Oracle. My take on it is that
10 seconds
they know Liquid has the potential of going for Haska in the 4th pick, and then they'll 5th pick a Dazzle or Oracle, because you can only ban one of the two, and Liquid will know that they definitely get one. They did this a few times already in their drafting sequence. So picking this Oracle on the 3rd pick kind of prevents that from happening, but yeah, at the same time allows them to combo with the Death Prophet. But instead of that, Liquid just went straight away for the 3rd pick Haska. Because they know that there's no way LGD is going to 4th pick Dazzle, and so they Team Liquid can definitely get the Dazzle on the 4th pick. So now they got Dazzle Huskar combo.
10 seconds.
Huskar is super
remaining.
strong in lane, Vano is super strong in lane. Liquid has a insanely strong laning
5
now.
seconds
And
remaining.
they have GH, a Shaker who can make plays on any of the lanes. And yeah. Down to the last pick. LGD ban away Omni Knight because they are lacking Mind Control 0 and Omni Knight. It will just make the Huskar like 10 times more scary. Imagine a Repel Huskar with a Grave, Dazzle Grave behind him with constant heals from both Omni Knight and Dazzle. It's just gonna be insane. Okay, so against a DP, you usually want burst, but the Huskar's damage output is so fast that he bursts down a target so quickly that I think it's fine. They might still go for I think they lack some kind of control, so they might just go for some playmaking off lane. Maybe Sand King, a Beastmaster for my control. Beastmaster. Okay, we're back. Now Liquid is thinking of what to ban. It's gonna be a carry.
LGD's turn to pick.
They banned the Bristol back and went for a Brookmark. Okay, I think LGD just got ultimate cheese. Usually people go for cheese on the Broodmother or just the Huskar. This time they go for the Dazzle Huskar and Broodmother.
Now select your heroes.
Okay, the Timbersaw's pick is a super good pick here. It does well against Broodmother in lane. It helps to burst down the Huskar because of all his pure damage. I think this is the best possible pick that LGD can have, but the fact that they are forced into this pick makes me feel that Liquid has already kind of won the lane, the draft. Liquid will try to avoid the Broodmother matchup against the Timbersaw, as well as I think they are fine with the Huskar going up against the Timbersaw during the lane. So they might put the Broodmother mid and the Vano in this. They want the Vano or the Huskar to match up against the Timbersaw.
10 seconds remaining.
I got a feeling they're gonna put the Brood mid.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, they're gonna put Maton Bomberman on the Brood, and I believe they're gonna put it mid. They're gonna put Mind Control in the safe lane, I believe, and put Huskar Dazzle on the off lane. Either that or they just whichever one of the two. But I believe Broodmother will be in the mid lane. I feel this Oracle is going to have a lot of troubles in this game. It's like I understand why it's picked because of the Death combo with Death Prophet. They wanted to go with the Oracle Death Prophet, but I feel like whatever Liquid is throwing at them, it's gonna be very tough.
Prepare for battle.
The Timbersaw might be a lifeline though. We'll see. Team with first tower kill.